name is Dr. Beverly Farrell, and I'm with Rosewood Manor. Today I will be talking about the place setting for a formal dinner, and I'm just going to explain why the table is set the way that it is and how it is consistent with how the food is served. So most of the time you're going to start from left to right when you're setting. So the first thing that you normally eat would be the salad. So you have a salad fork that is to the far left. Next to that, after you've had your salad, you're starting with your dinner. So we have your dinner fork that you use, which is the larger fork that is here that you use for that purpose. And then we have our chargers, which is merely there to hold the dinner plates. So we have that, and then you have your salad plate, which you use that for the salad, and this is the dinner plate, which you're using for dinner. We have our bread plate, which is a small plate that's to the left, and we have a butter fork for the bread. Over here we have our crystal, and we have 3 pieces that are set here, which is typical for in America today to use 3 pieces, although you can use a lot more than 3. And this, if you had wine, would be a wine glass, but this is a flute glass that you would normally use for something like sparkling cider, for toast or something of that nature. And you have your water glass, which is here, water goblet, we would call this one. And then we have our martini glass that if you were having and you brought it to the table, either a virgin or an alcoholic martini or something of that nature, you would use this type of glass for that. And we have our dinner knife. The dinner knife, you're using it with your dinner fork, of course. And then you have your teaspoon that you would use with your coffee or your hot tea. Normally, if you are having, say, iced tea or something of that nature, you may not have hot tea at all. But if you are having hot tea or coffee, then we would have a small saucer with a cup on the table for that purpose. You could use it. Normally, the coffee and the tea would not be served until after dinner is over. Usually, you're serving it with dessert. So, if you had dessert tins on the table, they would be here at the head of the table, right in here. You would have a dessert fork and probably a dessert spoon that would be there. And of course, you have your dinner napkin, and your dinner napkin can take a lot of different turns in terms of the fold for the napkin. So this is the way we fold this napkin. This is called a swan fold. So we just turn it up under there and put it on the table. But it gives us flexibility because if your guest came in and they did not want it sitting on the plate, normally it's sitting under the forks traditionally, then you could use this and put it inside of your glasses, and it works very nicely without having to redo the complete fold. And you would just sit it into the napkin like that, and it gives you a pretty look with a nice little turn here at the bottom. If you didn't want to do that, you could still use the same napkin fold and just put it right under the plate that way, and it's still very pretty to use it that way as well. And for the most part, that is the conclusion of the place setting and how you use the utensils.